All right, guys, welcome. Listen, I want to talk about the hype of Dubai real estate and why it actually sometimes might not be the best to just follow the glittery lights, the hype, the Pied Piper, because it's going to always be valuable for you to actually take pause, evaluate, understand perhaps. And I'm going to give you why Dubai's hype or Dubai's real estate hype is not what you should be looking for. You should be looking beyond that, okay? I want to give you a personal story, okay? Some of you may know this. Some of you may not know this. My real estate journey started in Toronto, Canada, okay? Somebody approached me, one of my mentors, and he said, hey, Fahd, could you actually look at how a large fund, somebody who wanted to invest in the Toronto real estate market, and he said, me being from a business school and, just freshly out of it, I think he felt like I would do a good job researching the market for them, which I don't know if I was really good at it or not, but I did look at a lot of information online and offline and actual interviews with brokers and so on and so forth. And I got excited about Dubai, not Dubai real estate. I got excited about real estate. I was like, yeah, wow. I'm reading case studies about people building large mega malls and, buildings in Russia and so on. So I was like, wow, billions of dollars. Why am I not in real estate? So I didn't think about becoming a broker. I was like, I should just be working and investing in real estate. Dubai was going through its first boom. Me being born and raised in Dubai, well, it was an obvious thing. Just move back to Dubai and, get involved in the Dubai real estate market scene. Now, what was happening in Dubai real estate? Now, this is all linked. I'm telling you why you should avoid the hype. It was all linked, okay? It's all linked. Dubai real estate at that time used to operate a little bit like, you guys remember the first few iPhone launch events, like a launch event where they would launch an iPhone. You could get in line, buy a few. Maybe you could, stand in line for a couple of days, couple of weeks, camp out there. And then if you were number one, then you could go in, buy an iPhone. And then if you buy two, you could probably sell one at a profit, at a margin, like double the price. You can make 100% profit. That's how Dubai real estate used to operate. And me trying to get into Dubai real estate, at the end of the day, I started a company with one of my senior partners, and we ended up buying real estate like this, like not the best way to do it, okay? Because the hype was so amazing. The hype was so much hype that you just went into a launch event and felt like, okay, I've got to buy and I got to then flip or try to resell for a profit. And that's what most people did. And that's what we thought we would do as well. And kind of like nonsensical. It's not really investing in real estate. You're not looking at value propositions. You're not looking at structures. You're not looking at where the apartments are. You're not looking at the per square foot price. You're not looking at the view. You're not looking at the rental income. You're not looking at a lot of things. Like today, when we invest for an investor and help them invest, we look at 27 different ways of looking at a property, 27 different variables. We look at 27 different variables before we're in a position to say, yes, this makes absolute sense objectively. Now let's look at the subjective numbers. Back then, it was like pretty much like, hey, can you get in? Can you get an invite? Can you get your hands on one or two or three apartments? Can you resell? And it was all hype, okay? It wasn't really real estate. I'm not going to finish the story and tell you exactly what happened afterwards because sometimes things hit the fan and then, a lot of stuff did not go very well. But let's come back to the analogy of, following hype, okay, and going down that route. Not advisable, okay? And I want to give you an example. Recently, I was visiting Pakistan and I was in Lahore, and we drove across some place in a nicer part of town that had something that looked like a carnival, okay? So from far, you could see that there were lights and it was bright. One of those carnivals that kind of looked like 1/10 the size of Global Village in Dubai. So if anybody's seen Global Village, this carnival looked 1/10 or maybe 1/20th the size of Global Village, but as attractive with the bright lights and nice looking. And I thought, okay, I'd like, perhaps we should go in there. And so we did what we did in the area. I think there was a dinner and some other stuff we had to do. But on the way back, I was like, the lights are quite attractive. Let's go in there. So we paid our fees and we went in there, okay? Okay, so the lights were attractive and was a little bit hype, and inside there wasn't a lot of stuff that was relevant to us, like maybe a couple of food stalls, not a couple, like decent amount of food stalls, but we'd already had dinner, so it wasn't going to make any, wasn't going to add any value to us. But then, there's a few places you could shoot some air guns and, pop some balloons. That was interesting for us. But then once we went around that place and we looked at different things, there was a little gem that we picked up. Okay, there was a little gem that we picked up. We picked up this thing that, kind of like I don't know what you call this, but it's like this nice little thing that's really cheap, but you could actually throw it up in the air and then it lights up and it comes down really looking nice. And, it's good for kids, good for adults, because I was playing with it as well. The point I'm trying to make is, like, sometimes the hype is hype. Don't fall into the trap of the hype. But then once you do come into Dubai real estate, if you've got either the patience and the ability to go around, look for deals, look to understand the market, look to where the value is, that's how you're going to be able to get good investments. That's number one. Or number two, you would actually have somebody guide you through the process, okay? So an expert or an advisor. And I'm going to take you back now before 2008. And I'm going to explain to you this one area called Business Bay, okay? Business Bay is a commercial hub, or semi-commercial, that straddles, hugs, or is just adjacent to downtown Dubai. Now, if you've never even been to Dubai, then you know that downtown Dubai is where Burj Khalifa is, the tallest tower in the world, and Dubai Mall, one of the largest malls in the Middle East, if not the world, with, I think, 1,500 plus shops. Okay, so you already know now where downtown is. Business Bay is right next door. Now, 2008, as Business Bay was getting sold and buildings and offices and land and everything was up for sale there, what used to happen is people used to call it the Manhattan of the Middle East, right? Nice, shiny, big buildings. People will be able to look at the nice skyline. And all of Business Bay used to be called the Manhattan of Middle East. And then what happened is people used to buy, sell properties, land, at almost the same price in all of Business Bay, but Business Bay is pretty big, decent size. Like, I'm not saying it's very big, but it's a decent size. Okay, it's not as big as the city, but it's a decent size area with maybe about 100 buildings or 100 villas, townhouses, townhomes, mixture of things in it. Now, Business Bay has different areas, different localities inside with different value propositions. Some of them are closer to the main road. Some part of Business Bay is closer to the main road, while the other is closer to the back road, okay? If you have any sense in general, then you know that the main road that's used more, has more accessibility, the metro or the RTA tube system, the subway passes through the main road. Obviously, buildings closer to that are going to have more value compared to the buildings closer to the back road. That's obvious common sense, number one. Number two, buildings or properties that are built to a higher standard are going to have more value compared to buildings and properties that are built to a lower standard. Again, simple value. But pre-2008, people weren't looking at that. All people were saying, okay, where's the land? Where's the apartment? Business Bay. What is Business Bay? It's the Manhattan of the Middle East. Sure. Do I have to purchase everything at the same price? No, right? But you would only be able to do that if you go a little bit further down from the hype and then start looking at per square foot price, looking at deals, looking at what actually transpires on the ground over there. That's when you start actually building value when you're investing in real estate as well. So, quick lesson, please ignore the hype. Enjoy the hype. You go to a carnival, you look at the lights, it's nice, right? So if you came to Dubai, enjoyed New Year's Eve, fireworks, amazing, good. Live in a 5-star hotel, amazing. Enjoy the beach. But look beyond the hype, right? Don't get taken in. The hype is not a trap. It's there to let you have fun. It's good. But don't get taken in by the hype. Go a little bit deeper to understand where the value is, how you can actually purchase something of value that's going to remain for you, but at the same time, that's going to be strategic enough for you to be able to add value to your portfolio in Dubai. We've got a program called the Dubai Wealth Builder Program. Like, once you come into that program, our job is to help you build a portfolio that makes sense. Not today, because it might be hyped, but tomorrow, day after tomorrow, so on and so forth. Okay, so quick lesson from my time when hype took us in, chewed us, spit us out, gave us lessons, and also some real value with regards to, just business paid. Like, look at where the value propositions are before you actually make a decision. All right, guys, hope this was helpful. Show us some love in the comment section. Let me know if you agree, disagree. And obviously, if you would like to work with us, there's a link below. You can always click it, fill up the form, and start working with us. And remember to hit the like, subscribe, and bell icon. Ciao for now.